Hey guys, this is Colin, and in today's video, I'm partnering with Jarsh to review their Commute Smart e-bike helmet. I'm going to unbox the helmet, I'm going to go over the different controls and modes, test it in the dark, and then provide a review. In the past, I used to bike home from school in the dark, and I always thought it would be a good idea to have integrated headlights, taillights, and turn signals in your helmet so that people can see you in the dark. And this does exactly that, minus the brake light function, but it's still good for what it is. Some things I wanted to mention is that it has NTA 8776, CPSC, CE, and ASTM certifications, and the helmet is rated for speeds up to 28 miles per hour. It features a 360 lighting system, so there's lights in the front. On the side, you can see the front light, and then you can see the tail light as well. And all of the lighting are controlled by a remote, which is mounted to my handlebar. It's paired automatically, and there's no apps that are needed, so you don't have to download any apps or use your phone. It includes a visor, there's an insect net right here, there's a magnetic strap, and then it also comes with the charging cable. They also offer an accident replacement, so if you ever damage the helmet, you can get a new one with proof of purchase for a significant discount.
Here's the sides of the box. The bottom and the top. Inside the box we have the helmet itself. There is a front visor, foam pieces that go inside the helmet, a user manual, a getting started guide. We also have the remote. This side there's a button, there's some indicators, power button. There's a flap for the charger. This is the mount that it attaches to. And then a charging cable. There's a USB-A that splits off into two USB-Cs. Here's the helmet itself. This is the front, sides, back, top, and inside. It says to fully charge the helmet and control before using. I have this connected to a power brick. I'm going to turn it on. We can see a flashing light on the rear of the helmet. When it's fully charged, it'll be solid. When the helmet is low on battery, it's going to beep once per minute. For the remote control, when it's low on battery, it'll beep once per minute. When it's charging, this LED indicator will be flashing red, and when it's fully charged, it'll be solid. In order to turn on the helmet, we'll single press the power button once. For the remote, we'll single press the power button once. In order to pair it, we'll press the helmet power button twice. And we'll press and hold the head and tail on the remote. And we'll hear a beep. We saw that it flashed. I turned the camera brightness down so you can see the LEDs. For the left turn signal, this is what it looks like in the rear. And it continues until you press it again. And you can see that the turn signal is lit up on the remote. For the front, the helmet does not change, so I guess oncoming traffic does not know that you're turning, but they can see it from the side. Let's press it again to turn it off. We'll do the same thing for the right turn signal. And again, the front does not flash. Let's take a look at the different modes, starting from the rear. By default, mode 1 is urban cruise. It's 30% brightness with a steady light. It's ideal for well-lit city streets. If we press this button on the side of the remote, mode 2 is enhanced visibility. This is still at 30%, but it starts flashing. And then if we press it again, this is mode 3 for maximum attention, and it flashes very quickly. If we press the button again, this is fog mode for extreme conditions. It's at 100% brightness and it's solid. If we press the button again, it goes back to the urban cruise mode 1 with 30% brightness. Let's take a look at the same thing for the front. Mode 1, mode 2, mode 3, mode 4. Back to mode 1. And from the side, mode 1, mode 2, mode 3, mode 4, and back to mode 1. The head and tail are also lit up by default. If we press the head button, it turns off the headlight, and then we saw that the green light disappeared. We can turn it back on, and then same for the tail light. You can press it and it turns it off. You can turn it back on. Even with the tail light turned off, we can still use the turn signals. So I guess this is a power saving measure if you don't want the tail light on when it's bright outside. There's two ways of turning the headlight and remote off. You can either press and hold the power button on the helmet and also on the remote. Another method is just pressing and holding the power button on the remote, and it seems to turn the helmet off. I don't know if it's on a standby mode that draws electricity, because if I turn the power button back on the remote, this also turns on. I think the best way to preserve your battery is to just turn this off fully. Over here we have 4 holes for the visor or brim, and this just snaps into place. The brim can be removed, but it requires some force. Let's take a look at this magnetic buckle. What's unique about it is that when it's enclosed, you can't just pull it off, you have to slide it downwards. But the way this is designed, you don't necessarily have to slide it in this way. You can actually just drop it on top and it clicks into place. There's these retractable plastic pieces that when it goes on the circle, it just locks into place. There's also some strap adjustments here. There's pre-installed liners. The ones that it came with were replacements. Once you have the helmet on, you can twist this to tighten up the back. Let's take a look at this attachment. In order to loosen it, we'll need to turn this counterclockwise to pull the strap off. You'll put the strap through your handlebar and then turn it clockwise to tighten it. And then up here, we need to turn this 90 degrees and then we can twist it into place. So I'll get this installed on my bike and let's test this out. I'm gonna go through the different modes from the front and the back. For the front, modes number 1 and 3, they're 30% brightness. And then at mode 4, it's 100% brightness. So let's test it out. Mode number 1, mode number 2, mode number 3, mode number 4. And it's back to mode number 1. This is mode number 1, mode number 2, mode number 3, mode number 4, and back to mode number 1. This is the left turn signal. This is the right turn signal. And with the tail light off, the turn signals still work. Now I'm going to bike up and down the block in the different modes so you can see the different brightnesses and functions from a distance. Mode number 1. Mode number 2. Mode number 3. Mode number 4. This is the left turn signal. This is the right turn signal. Moving on to the review of the Jarsh Commute Smart e-bike helmet. What I like most about this helmet is the integrated 360 lighting system that it provides. It has the headlight in the front. It has a red light in the back that can also strobe. You can also turn on the turn signals, which is a nice safety feature, especially if you're riding in the dark. I also like the styling of the helmet. It seems very aerodynamic. It comes with a visor, an insect screen. There's this magnetic clip that's pretty cool. There's only one way of taking it out. You have to slide the bottom outwards, but
To put the strap back on, it doesn't require that you slide it back in. It can be put on in any direction and it just clips. It also comes with a charger. There's also a wireless remote, so you can control the headlight, taillight, turn signals, and you can also change the different modes. There's 4 of them. There's 3 that are at 30% brightness, and then the last one is at 100% brightness. So these are great safety features to have. It also doesn't require you to download any apps, so you don't have to have your phone present. It's paired out of the box, but if it's ever unpaired, it takes about 5 seconds to pair back up. It also has a lot of safety certification so that you know that your head is safe in the event of an accident. And if your helmet is ever damaged, you can get a significant discount on a new helmet if you show your proof of purchase. In terms of suggestions, it would have been cool if they included amber turn signals in the front so that oncoming traffic can see that you're turning. I also think it would be a great idea if they included some kind of sensor that you can put on your brake lever so that people can see when you're braking. It's not really a big deal if your e-bike already has a brake light in the back, but if it doesn't, if you're riding just a regular bike, it would have been a great feature to have. If you guys are in the market for a smart helmet with a headlight, flashing lights in the back, and turn signals, you can check out the Jarsh Commute Smart e-bike helmet. A link for the product is in the description section below with potential discounts. Please like this video if you found it helpful. Feel free to leave questions or comments in the comment section below. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for watching and take care.